Okay, football fans, this week we're moving back to the offensive side of the ball. We're going to be looking at some of the most prolific receiving tight ends of all time. Now stay tuned to find out which legendary player claims that top spot. First, let's walk through the data set. The criteria we'll be using to rank the top receiving tight ends will be as follows. They don't need to be a Hall of Fame player, but they must have played at least 1 year in the modern era, from 1970 through the present. We're going to break from tradition here, and we won't be using an FGV or Football Guy Valuation for this list. Instead, we'll simply be using each player's average receiving yards per year to determine their ranking. Now, let's get into the list. Starting off our list, our number 10 player was drafted in the first round of the 2007 draft by the Chicago Bears and also played for the Carolina Panthers and Seattle Seahawks. Greg Olsen. Olsen played 14 seasons in the league, making 3 Pro Bowl appearances. His first 4 seasons in Chicago, he averaged 48 catches and 495 receiving yards per season. He was traded to Carolina Panthers in July of 2011 for a 2012 third-round draft pick. He would average 58 catches and 718 receiving yards per year for the Panthers. He caught 24 passes in his last season with Seattle for 239 receiving yards. For his career, Olsen averaged 620 receiving yards per season, good enough for number 10 on our list. And now, coming in at number 9 on our list, this player was a second-round draft pick of the Philadelphia Eagles in 2013, Zach Ertz. Ertz would play 11 seasons in the league, 8 with the Eagles, and another 3 with the Cardinals. During his time with the Eagles, Ertz averaged 64 catches and 696 receiving yards per season. He also made 3 Pro Bowl appearances. His time with the Cardinals was less productive, averaging 43 catches and 389 receiving yards per season. Ertz comes in at number 9 on our list, averaging 676 yards per season. Okay, our number 8 receiving tight end on our list is our first of 3 Hall of Famers on the list and was drafted in the 7th round of the 1990 draft by the Denver Broncos, Shannon Sharpe. Sharpe played 14 seasons in the league, went to 8 Pro Bowls, and was selected as a first-team All-Pro 4 times. He averaged 56 catches and 703 receiving yards for the Broncos and 70 catches for 800 yards per season with the Ravens. Sharpe is also our first 10,000-yard receiving tight end on the list, coming in with 10,060 total receiving yards for his career. He ranks number 8 on our list with an average of 719 receiving yards per season. Coming in at number 7 on our list, our second receiving tight end over 10,000 yards in his career, and the only receiving tight end on our list that didn't play college football and was signed as an undrafted free agent in 2003. Antonio Gates. Gates played basketball in college for the Kent State Flashes and helped them win the first MAC championship in school history. He would go on to help them win their second MAC tournament and earn a 2002 NCAA tournament berth, reaching the Elite 8. He averaged nearly 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game as a Golden Flash, but was told he was too much of a tweener to make the NBA and instead pivoted to holding tryouts for the NFL teams. The San Diego Chargers were the first team to hold a tryout and saw his potential and immediately signed him to a contract. He played his entire 16-year career for the Chargers, going to 8 Pro Bowls and being selected as a first-team All-Pro 3 times. He averaged 60 catches and 740 receiving yards for his career. Okay, next at number 6, the tight end drafted in the first round of the 1979 draft, our second Hall of Famer on the list, and the tight end that would put on one of, if not the most iconic games ever played by a tight end, Kellen Winslow Sr. Winslow became a perfect fit for Don Coryell's passing game in San Diego and would go on to lead the league in receptions in 1980 and 1981 with 89 and 88 receptions respectively. He would play 9 years in the league, all of them with the Chargers. He went to 5 Pro Bowls and was selected as a first-team All-Pro 3 times. In 1981, he would turn in one of the gutsiest performances by a tight end, or any player for that matter, when the Chargers played the Dolphins in Miami. Both teams were playing in a stifling humidity, but during the game, Winslow was treated for dehydration, severe cramps, a pinched nerve, and received 3 stitches in his lower lip. He would go on to catch 13 passes for 166 yards and a touchdown, and would block a potential game-winning field goal attempt at the end of regulation, as the Chargers went on to win 41-38 in overtime. Now, after the game, a picture of Winslow being helped off the field by his teammates became an enduring image in NFL lore. Winslow comes in at number 6, averaging 749 receiving yards per season. Okay, landing at number 5 on our list is a player that hails from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., and coincidentally played for America's team, Jason Witten. Witten was drafted in the 3rd round of the 2003 draft by the Cowboys and would go on to play 16 years in Dallas and 1 year with the Raiders. Witten played 17 seasons in the league, went to 11 Pro Bowls, and was selected as a first-team All-Pro twice. He averaged 75 catches and 811 receiving yards for the Cowboys and added another 13 catches for 69 yards with the Raiders. Witten is our 3rd 10,000-yard receiving tight end on the list, coming in with 13,046 total receiving yards for his career. He ranks number 5 on our list with an average of 767 yards per season. On to our number 4 receiving tight end on our list. He was drafted in the 2nd round of the 2010 draft and set the NFL record for most touchdowns in a season by a tight end with 18. Rob Gronkowski. Gronkowski played 11 seasons in the league, went to 5 Pro Bowls, and was selected as a first-team All-Pro 4 times. He played his first 9 seasons with the Patriots and averaged 58 catches and 873 receiving yards per season. He would come out of retirement to play in Tampa Bay with quarterback Tom Brady for another 2 years, averaging 50 catches and 713 receiving yards there. Gronkowski ranks number 4 on our list with an average of 844 receiving yards per season. All right, we're getting down to it now. Sliding into our number 3 spot on our list of all-time receiving tight ends is our 3rd Hall of Fame tight end, and another player that played basketball in college and is currently the career leader in receiving yards for all tight ends, Tony Gonzalez. Gonzalez played both football and basketball at the University of California and chose to focus solely on football after helping his basketball team make it to the Sweet 16 round of the NCAA tournament in 1996, averaging almost 7 points and 5 rebounds per game. He entered the 1997 NFL Draft and was selected by the Chiefs in the 1st round. Gonzalez played 17 seasons in the league, went to the 14 Pro Bowls, and was selected as a first-team All-Pro 6 times. He would play his first 12 years in Kansas City before finishing his career in Atlanta. He averaged 76 receptions and 912 receiving yards for the Chiefs, and 82 receptions and 837 receiving yards for the Falcons. He would lead the league in receptions in 2004 with 102. Gonzalez ranks number 3 on our list with an average of 890 receiving yards per season. Okay, coming in at number 2, our next tight end was drafted in the 5th round of the 2017 draft and is often referred to as one of the NFL's most colorful characters, George Kittle. Kittle, still and actively playing in the NFL, has played 7 seasons in the league so far. He's gone to 5 Pro Bowls and was selected as a first-team All-Pro twice. He's played all 7 seasons with the 49ers and ranks number 2 on our list with an average of 896 receiving yards per season. And now, our number 1 receiving tight end of all time, who hails from Westlake, Ohio, and is a co-host on a successful podcast, Travis Kelce. Kelce still actively plays in the NFL, has played 11 seasons in the league so far, going to 9 Pro Bowls, and was selected as a first-team All-Pro 4 times. He's played all 11 seasons with the Chiefs and has set quite a few NFL records for tight ends. Most seasons with 1,000 yards by a tight end at 7, consecutive 1,000-yard seasons by a tight end at 7, receiving yards in a season by a tight end with 1,416, games with 100-plus yards by a tight end at 37. Travis Kelce ranks number 1 on our list, averaging 82 receptions and 1,030 receiving yards per season. And those are the top 10 receiving tight ends of all time. So which one was your favorite? Personally, I'm partial to players from the 70s and 80s, so I'd take Kellen Winslow, although Travis Kelce has been catching my eye the last few years. As always, stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.